let them know we just found the guy's hat. Um, I'll be fighting more undead here in the graveyard still, so like I don't need to go finish off, off this quest just yet. I could if I wanted to, but I feel no need. I'll be killing plenty more as is. And they're still there. His clothes and bloodstains. If it's not tricks, it's something worse. The others here share my suspicion. Morbid Fel lives on death. May be even more powerful than ever before. May be even more powerful than before. The Necromancer was struck down, but a Lich may have risen in his place, and now he continues to ruin this land. I remember Duskwood before all this, Kulgoroth. I remember bright skies and peaceful woods. This can't stand. Morbid Fel must be stopped for good. Speak to Sister Elsington. Her vision might guide you to where Morbid Fel is and how he can be defeated.
What can I do for you?
The Working Lich. It's heartening to see one so recently recovered be so concerned with the plight of others. Seven spares himself suffering, but not dwelling on his own misfortune. 7 is correct. I can feel the presence of a powerful evil deep beneath the Ravenhill Cemetery. Evil works in its deep beneath the Ravenhill Cemetery. Evil works in its catacombs, and Morbid Fel must be the source. Let me start that again. 7 is correct. I can feel the presence of a powerful evil deep beneath the Ravenhill Cemetery. Evil works in its catacombs, and Morbid Fel must be the source. You'll need the power of the light to strike him down, Kulgoroth. 7 told me the heroes who first saw Morbid Fel wielded an amulet of light forged iron, imbued with holy power. That artifact is still here. I can feel it as well, a glimmer of light amidst darkness. Search Ravenhill for it. Let the light guide you through it.
Let the light of the new moon guide you. We've been walled up for far too long.
Alright. We have to head back here. The light forged rod. In Argus, we encountered the Light Forged, who I have utterly no background on. They're likely part of the Chronicles, which is a little annoying. Basically, to actually get to who the characters are, you have to buy outside of game books. And it's just like, I kind of wish there was explanations in game. But the Lightforged seem to be, typically, as a rule practically, Draenei, who have been imbued with the light. Now they don't want for food or drink, but because the light sustains them. When I was saying practically as a rule, there's 2 that break from it. Turelian and his wife. Turelian, I'm figuring they're both imbued. Turelian, his wife is I'm a little iffy on, but Turelian I'm figuring probably is. Considering they made saying how they've been gone 1,000 years. Probably if they're hopping from reality to reality, maybe time flows differently in some realities, faster there than in this reality. I'm saying reality, whatever you want to call it. Between WoD is a different timeline. It's not old Draenor. It's not the Draenor that Stroll and his people came from. It's a different version of that place. If they keep hopping between all these different versions, maybe time flows differently there. But to him, so to him 1,000 years passed, well, only 20 has passed here. So, but it's still 1,000 years passed for him, and he's still, he doesn't look like an old man, nor is he a decrepit skeleton. So I'm figuring he must be infused or something. While the elves live a long, long time. So she probably wouldn't need it done. Look at, what's her face? Malfurian's love, Tyrande. There we go, I forgot her name for a moment. She's over 10,000 years old. she's alive. But then again, she did have the immortality thing of the tree for most of those 10,000 years. So that is a a very important point. Not a side point, that's an important point that could negate my whole argument. So yeah. Basically what I'm saying is, there's possibly 2 exceptions to the Lightforged thing, but the rest seem to be solely Draenei that have been infused with the light. So the light sustains them now. Kinda like how demons are sustained by the Fel. Though I doubt either group would like the comparison. Excuse me. Buried in the cold dirt, you find a brilliant metal shaft, but there are holes where the pieces of the artifact are clearly missing. In front of you, the bare earth slopes down towards the dark entrance into the crypts. You can feel the tug of the Lightforged artifact urging you towards it. Perhaps the other piece is down there. I remember seeing this model crypt in Northrend. Yeah, you come down here and fight a lich. You end up fighting alongside Fordring, or however you say his name. Old hero of the Alliance. Oh, these don't count? That's annoying. He's an old hero of the Alliance. You got to see him a fair bit in Classic while he ruled as regent, because Varian was shipwrecked and amnesiac elsewhere. He then went to Northrend in Wrath of the Lich King, and when Varian had come back by this stage, and ship went down there. In the dirt of this alcove, your eye catches the shine of brilliant metal. You found another piece of the artifact. You attach the arch to the rod, and the artifact is now complete. A large gap still sits at the center of the holy symbol, at the center of the holy symbol's head. A large gap still sits at the center of the holy symbol's head. Once again, you feel tug your arm, urging towards a hole in the wall and the winding tunnel ahead. The last piece must be through there. Sorry, I'm getting tired, and so I'm feeling like I'm not reading it right. Rioting terror. I figured there'll be more of those ghouls down here, but they seem to only be in the upper part of the cemetery, which isn't a big deal. I can kill them when I'm up there, when I go back up.
I can't attack that target.
Just kill it, please. I was trying to right click on it, but I kept right clicking on that instead. In the darkness of in the darkest depths of this earthen tunnel, you spy the faintest glimmer. The last piece is found. The pieces fit, and the holy artifact is restored, gleaming with sacred light. They should let you defeat Morbid Fel's dark magic. Further down the tunnel, and away from the direction you came from, a hideous cackle rings out. It's the chattering laugh of a lich. Morbid Fel is just ahead. I thought we were meant to run into someone by now. I remember that being the case. Holy artifact forged from forged iron. Yeah, I thought we were to have ran into the Warfield killed, or something. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. Actually, no. There's plenty of ghouls just up here. Plenty. Wonder, do they still drop stuff? Just saying that, I'm a little...
It's too far away.
Fuck.
I need to get close.
Fuck. I need to kill these. Wait, where's my healing potions? For a moment, these disappeared. Do that. Now we fight the weakened version of him, which is no longer an elite. To be honest, I think I was still doing pretty damn well. And these just all just drop dead once he perishes. Which is for the best, because there's fucking plenty of them. He could really wreak havoc across the place if he had been left unattended to. But annoying. Oh, thank God. I was going to say, annoyingly, the big guy is still out here. But at least for the moment, he ain't. Wouldn't want to have to fight him. He's quite a beast. Well, he at least looked intimidating. Fucking worm. Gave only 3 XP, that's adorable. That is actually precious. Alright. And just 2 more. I'm still surprised at running into those other guys. Apparently, it's only here, like I think I said this already, but it's only here in Duskwood that they aren't phased. Only here. I guess this is because Duskwood is their own home base. You know, they don't feel the need to hide or something to give it an in-game reason. That's my hazardous guess. Nothing more. So we'll go turn these in, then we'll fly back to Darkshire and turn in that last one. And while we're here, we'll also gather the rebels without a clue.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
The cries grow softer for now. Light bless you, Kulgoroth.
You would want to see me when I'm angry.
How may I help you?
Had a fair bit of... Ooh, I've even more.
Open for business.
Christ, I had a fair bit. Now 22 free slots. Excellent.
Gabbing to get going.
Already read that. And that is an upgrade. Ooh, level 32. Several years ago, yeah, I've already read that.
Long live Greymane.
I can talk to this guy for a moment. I don't care how low the success rate here is. If we even save one Morgan from the madness and savagery of the woods, our struggles are not in vain. May the disgusting monster stay dead this time. I'll head down there and scatter his remains to ashes myself, Kulgoroth. You've done a great thing. Perhaps in time, Duskwood can return to its former peaceful state. Let me read that again. I'll head down there and scatter his remains to ashes myself, Kulgoroth. You've done a great thing. Perhaps in time, Duskwood can return to its former peaceful state. Yeah, he's a witch now, so I'll presume he's a phylactery. So he, or phylactery. Phylactery. So I imagine he would res. Similarly, Kel'Thuzad's phylactery wasn't dealt with, so Kel'Thuzad should still be active. Kel'Thuzad is the leader of Naxxramas, and he wasn't ever dealt with. And he is a powerful undead, and powerful undead were breaking free from the Lich King 3.0. So it would follow, if Blizzard was being very detailed in storylines and all that Kel'Thuzad is a rogue element. But when the Lich King loses power, it's been established, various minions will start breaking loose. So that had happened with Sylvanas. So Kel'Thuzad could have broken loose. He may have resurrected all the beasties that had fallen to the Adventurers, and is now up to his own antics. He was loyal to the previous Lich King. This new replacement, he wouldn't have any loyalty to. He still actually may end up being loyal, but there's nothing there to state that he would be. He might actually be quite angry at this new upstart and want to try and find a way to bring back his former master. or at least position himself as the Lich King, if that can't be done.
Need help?
At least I'm just throwing out an idea here. I don't know enough about Kel'Thuzad's character to say what he would do, but like, you know, that was never dealt with. We know Kel'Thuzad has a phylactery because remember that Lich I said we kill in a crypt, like in the one we saw over there. Okay, quick story. Over here is Light's Hope Chapel. In the old days, Light's Hope Chapel was a single rundown crypt, a single rundown chapel. And in there was a table, and you find various Scarlet Crusade people, Scarlet Crusade and Argent Dawn people. And one of these people was a priest, and I swear he was a reference to the Princess Bride or something. I can't remember for certain. But you would go in and you would you could talk to him, get a few quests. But when you ran Nax Ramus and you would kill Kel'Thuzad, he would die and leave his phylactery. You get a quest, and there's a voice in your head talking to you, and you basically end up persuaded to hand the phylactery over to this guy to be disposed of. This guy ends up being a lich in Northrend, and Kel'Thuzad is back. And then when you kill Kel'Thuzad in Northrend, as far as I know, you don't deal with his phylactery at all. While it could be taken as to be implied to have been destroyed, it wasn't done on camera, so, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that implies, and or it states, that Kel'Thuzad is an active element. He regenerated, and is now, it should be a threat again, if Blizzard was being very detailed and meticulous in its plots.
Hello.
I don't blame you for having some trouble if you're having I don't blame you if you're having trouble with him, Kulgoroth. Some of our strongest watchers have been lost to Moral Adam. You killed him. That's no small accomplishment, Kulgoroth. On behalf of the people of Darkshire and the Night Watch, I thank you. There is one small matter, however. I should have told you this earlier. How do I put this? Morgan may have believed that his family was all dead, but in fact, his watcher Sarah Lattimore is now a watcher. She's always been troubled by the circumstances surrounding her father's death. Perhaps you could go and bring the news to her.
Safe travels.
Here she is.
Well met.
My father? Yes, my father. Eyes become downcast. I wish there was something I could have done. I think I just ran right through him. I'm just gonna keep doing my own thing. I just feel awkward. I wish there was something I could have done for him. If only I wish there was something I could have done for him. If only I had to talk to him. Bleh. Sorry, I know I'm reading it right. It's just sometimes I want to. Not just read it like I'm reading a shopping list. Now I'm just feeling awkward. Yes, my father. Her eyes become downcast. I wish there's something I could have done for him. If only I talked to him before he. Here, take this and lay it on his grave. Maybe, somehow, he'll know that I'm okay. That none of us hold him responsible for what happened. There are tears in her eyes now, and she slides a ring from her right hand, presses it into your hands. And thank you, Kulgoroth.
Safe travels.
So, yeah, I'm just going to head back to Ravenhill. Sarah's ring. Sarah Lattimore's ring. That's the one issue with being on an RP server. You know, it's just awkward. Like, I wouldn't have the nerve to do that. Like I was saying before, I'm like toying with the idea of writing my own story, doing little bits here and there. Maybe one day you'll end up seeing it. Though, I will admit,